studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water. I stay hot tub. Hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Shake in the hot tub. Yeah. Really make me sweat. Yeah. Shake in the hot tub. Yeah. Really make me wet. Yeah. Well.
Good morning and welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So let's start the show out with the
congratulations to Alabama, 74-0.
73.
73.
That was FSU.
Yeah.
I think FSU had 74. Wildcat, what about your Wildcats? Almost. I was thinking about you. I was watching the game. I said, man, they're looking good. Three quarters, they just can't finish. They could not finish it.
And that's been the story for quite some time.
You know what, though? I thought they were coached well. I thought they played hard. They were physical. Just almost a little bit better. A little bit better.
Man.
Wow.
They're going to get better.
Did you hear what happened?
What happened to the Gators?
Did you hear what happened? Don't bring it up. Man, and actually, I'm getting ready to bring that up. Hey, look, you and I both have the same shirt on, don't we?
No, I got this really nice shirt that's real high quality.
I thought I had mine on too. It was dark. I was going to wear mine.
This says Robot MD. Now, I don't know what that is, but I bet Doc does.
Robotic MD. Hey, only special people are trained in that. There's only a few. The few, the proud, the many. Chad, the mini-me's, Chad
Oh,
Mitchell.
mini-me's. You're killing me.
Did you hear what happened? Since I got rudely interrupted like
No, I did not hear what happened.
What happened?
Y'all really don't know.
I guess.
Well, there's
what
a
are you
lot of
talking
things
about?
that happened. Which one?
Which one?
This is the big one. Did you not see the card that Billy Napier got from the board, Alabama's coaching staff?
No.
It just said thank you.
Nothing about it.
It's fake news.
No. They said thank you. You know who was on the hot seat more than anybody? Alabama.
Yeah, right.
And now it's all
Napier,
shifted to Billy Napier.
Well, and so think about this. How smart was Clemson to put Troy on their schedule, right? They beat them, but boy, they weren't beating them for the longest part of the game.
It was 16-0.
Yeah. And then how smart is Florida to have? They're just as smart as Alabama to put USF on their schedule.
Yeah. And paid them. And Florida paid them $500,000 to come in and get beat. I don't know if it's this show or not. I told everybody. You've watched them. We watched them against Alabama.
I know, but that coach.
They're good.
So here's what happens, I think, with South Florida. He's got players that are almost as good as anybody on the first string.
Right.
Then it's got no depth. Then they get into the season, they get some injuries, and the team falls apart. It seems like that is what's happening to USF. But, don't catch them in the beginning of the year. In the beginning of the year, they've got some good players.
They beat Boise State like a drum, and now they go into Gainesville and get it. But I'm going to say this. Look, we want to wait and do this during the Florida update.
It doesn't matter. We got plenty to talk about.
Let's hold off. Yeah, we got so much. Let's hold off on Florida. I got some thoughts on that. Billy, go hire an offensive coordinator, please. Do that. You got a little buffer there. Let me put it that way. Derrick Henry, Chad, how does he do it? He's 31 years old. He's 31 years old, running back in the NFL.
Have you seen Derrick Henry?
He's a freak of nature. Nobody 31 years old should be able to run and do the things that man does. We might not ever see this again. This guy's doing stuff we'll never probably see.
I think he could pick us both up, one in each hand, and run 100 yards.
He is a 9. I could put a bit. We out there?
Check. 1, 2. Looks like we might be.
Oh, I'm going back home.
Well, now we're back home. It sounds like.
Let's go back to it. I'm tired anyway.
Oh, what's going on?
If the professor is, 10 minutes late, you can leave. Isn't that right?
No, I was on time.
No, well, I ain't talking about time. If it ain't working, we're leaving. You got 5 minutes to fix it. We're going to bed.
I'm not sure what that was, but it was something at the transmitter site that just went down. But we're
Oh, we're on the air?
yes.
Okay.
So stop cussing.
All right. The Ravens. I'm a Ravens fan because of Derek. But anyway, I couldn't believe they got beat 40-41. He fumbled. He said it's all on me. He felt terrible about it. He fumbled the game, and that's what got him. He blamed that for losing. But let me tell you what he did. You know, now he's the 6th most rushing TDs in NFL history.
Wow.
6th most. 108. He's also, I think this was second NFL. It just passed Jim Brown or second to Jim. I think he's second to Jim Brown. The running back to have 13 career games where they rushed for 150 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. He's a freak of nature.
He is.
He lives in a weight room. He trains like you would not believe. He's got an unbelievable character issue. Not a character issue, just a great character kid, young man. But I can't believe, Chad, 31 years old. That's old for anybody in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
But for a running back, he's incredible. He's kind of like Rob. You know, Rob's getting up there in age, but you'd never know it. Rob looks like he's 28, 29 years old. That man is why would she call us? I love that guy. He probably out killing the animal.
I'm 13.
Is this Rob? Hey, Rob.
But I'm only 13. I feel like I'm Derrick Henry after I played in a game like last night.
I tell you what, did you watch him?
Yes, I did. The only bad thing, I felt so bad when he fumbled there at the end.
Yeah.
The ball game.
Yeah. I was in bed asleep by then. I went to bed at halftime. Dang, man. Hey, what about them? What about the FSU? I don't care who you play them. When you score that many points, you got to be pretty darn good. I don't care who it is.
Hey, they scored 10 touchdowns in 10 possessions.
I thought Chad Mitchell's out there playing. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was better than old times. I mean, but there again, they weren't playing anybody. But
it doesn't matter.
And you get better. You get better from week 1 to week 2. You know,
ask Clemson how they did. Yeah,
they're in the fourth.
A win's a win.
They're in the fourth quarter. They were pulling people out of the stands trying to see if jerseys would fit them.
Oh my God! Hey, you know what? Does that mean that Bama's not as bad as we think?
Well, Bama scored what?
73. They look good.
Yeah.
I don't believe in their defense,
again,
but they look good.
Talking about cupcakes, you know that there was in the first week there were a lot of teams that played people that they really shouldn't have been playing. I mean, you know, let's just call it what it is—a glorified scrimmage.
Yeah.
You know. But
I like them. You know, like Georgia's got 2 of them in a row. They got Tennessee's this week, and I think they're going to surprise everybody.
Yeah, but I think this week we're going to find out who, you know, and there again, playing the first game of your first game against a tough opponent kind of sometimes tells on you because, one, you're not ready. You know, you really just been playing against yourself, and you think your defense is better than what it is because your defense knows everything. When you line up, your defense knows what you're going to run when you're scrimmaging each other. I hate to say it.
Well, you said something a minute ago that caught my attention. You're right. This weekend we're going to know more. You got Florida on the road at LSU. LSU's defense I thought was really great. Then I look at Clemson's offense has struggled the first 2 weeks. Maybe LSU's not as great as I think they are. But and then you got Tennessee hosting Georgia 2:30 in the morning game. I'm a little bit worried about this. I watched Wisconsin and Alabama's defense. I don't know how they're going to hold up to Wisconsin. That's 11 o'clock kickoff. That's 3 good ones right there. Just those 3 alone.
Wisconsin's got that. You know, they're always a big offensive line that just lays on you and pushes you.
And they've gone back running the ball. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Right. But like I said, this weekend there'll be some good matchup games.
Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward. All right, what'd you think? Let's get into the South Florida. I thought Billy, everybody's going nuts about him. They had 2 touchdowns called back. They had a kid that spit on a player, got kicked out of the game. That hurt him big time. Undisciplined. Play calling at the end was not very good, I didn't think. But you had those 2 touchdowns that weren't called back, and we're not even talking about this right now.
Florida has put all their eggs in the one kid's basket. You know, he's their great hope, the quarterback.
And he did not throw the ball at all at all. He was off. He was off.
And what did we say? What did we say about what was the kid that threw the shoe several years ago and cost them a ball game?
Eugene Mitchell. Yeah.
Right. That was not his name.
and then Saturday you got your big nose tackle that's sitting there and he sits on somebody. I mean, here's 2 things. That happened Monday night before the ball game. I give all kudos to the quarterback at Dallas. It takes a bigger man to stand there and let somebody spit on you and not do anything, not retaliate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for that guy to do that in the Florida game, I mean, I don't know.
Well, Rob, you got to keep it real. I mean, you look at the guy that did it to you, and you're like, do I stand up and fight him? I think what's his name, the quarterback Dallas?
Prescott.
Yeah,
Prescott. I think he made a highly intelligent decision. I'm not going to fight this big guy. This big ex-bulldog.
He's been in a fight before here in Panama City.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for him here either.
Well, it shouldn't. That just shows how low class you are when you do something like that. But like I said, it's a Florida. I don't know. I just. And there again, Florida played the cupcake the first week, thought they were somebody. They played it, and then they come up and they play against somebody that they really, should have beaten, and everybody thought they were going to beat and didn't. Yep. FSU, they come into Tallahassee and beat FSU with a quarterback that graduated from Leon High School.
I told everybody there was going to be a game. I said, they're good. I remember Alabama going on the road when Saban was there and barely won the game. Probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I watched Miss Boise State. They got players.
How long is Alex Golesh going to be at USF before somebody snatches him up and moves him somewhere else?
He would definitely.
He might be in Florida next. He might be in Florida next.
They're building an on-campus stadium there. He might just stay where he's at.
He might.
He can stay there and build something.
Look
at your favorite team.
Yeah.
When Scott Frost left UCF, he thought he was going to Greener Pass.
Oh, man.
And he
what
had
a
to come back.
dumpster fire.
Mitchell brought him back. Mitchell and all that money brought him back. Chad said, if you don't bring him back, I'm not giving him more money. So they wouldn't got him back.
Oh, here we go.
These young coaches that get into a program like that, it's almost, hey, I'm making decent money. I'm right here, and I can spend the rest of my life.
Exactly.
And I'm getting the crumbs that everybody else, don't want, and I can make them pretty good, be competitive.
Yeah, and he's
not ever going to win. He won't ever win a national championship there, but
you hit it right though. He can be there for as long as he wants. That's what you said, and that's correct.
Right. Yeah.
But then again, if I'm making $13 million a year and I only make it $5, I'm okay.
Well,
how much money realistically, how much money can you really spend? I mean, is it worth it to go into now? If you can go into these places and they sign you a guaranteed, buyout contract, and you're going to get $100 million.
You got to take it. Got to go.
You got right.
You got to go.
Yeah.
And you got to compete for a championship. You got to be where you can win it all. You're not going to be happy unless you do.
So UCF is 2-0. Do you know that?
Thank you, Chad.
Just you brought them up, so I thought I'd let people know.
Hey, Rob, listen, go ahead.
What about them? What about them? What about Auburn? What did Auburn do Saturday night?
Ooh, baby, they're looking better and better. Hey, they got themselves a quarterback. Looks like he can throw, he can run. Auburn's defense looked good, and I'm gonna tell you what. That Oklahoma game is going to be. They're going to be both of them going to be 3-0.
Yep.
I cannot wait to Auburn, Oklahoma get together.
Oklahoma looked good.
They did. Well, of course, they were playing a cupcake, Michigan. Come on. Michigan just went off the road.
Michigan and Alabama are down there together in the AP poll.
I hate to say this, but Michigan really did not look good, and I hate to say it for Eddie, but
yeah, they didn't.
It wasn't all. It wasn't all because of Oklahoma. I think Michigan is. I don't know. They just didn't look as prepared as some of the other teams have looked.
Yeah, they never are.
Well,
hey, listen, we got to take a break, man. Then we got to call Coach Griff at Arnold.
I know.
Call back.
I know.
Call us back.
All right.
All right.
Y'all
Roll
have a good
Tide.
day.
Roll Tide.
See you. Yeah, go Noles.
Go Noles. I don't have time to do my scores. We didn't get the high school scores in. I'll do the commercial.
You can do them later.
I'll shut up. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. I love that place. Love the legendary Man in Black. They do. I think Netflix is working on a story, the J. Michael story. It's going to be unbelievable. His life story is incredible. You want the best seafood, ice cold beer, steaks, burger, pork chops, you name it. They got it all right there at J. Michael's. Special days, red beans and rice. Go check it out. We think you'll love it. The legendary J. Michael's. If you're over in Lynn Haven, Pat Purno does an incredible job. They got the TID 99 going on. All kind of special deals going on. Great place to go order wings to take a big party to your own house or somebody else's. Everybody's doing that. But the best time, if you're in Lynn Haven, is you go to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You watch all these college football games, Monday Night Football tonight. The atmosphere is unbelievable. TV's everywhere. The legendary Pat Purno, city commissioner, does a great job of there. Get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Tell them Coach sent you. You're already down that way. Go see Russ and Amber.
Hey, go see Russ and Amber because I think the big man, Dave, was there over the past month, may still be there. And you know what that means? That means prices are drastically reduced. It means the inventory has changed. He's brought stuff from Sweden and all around the world. So go check out David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
We get back. We're going to try to get with Coach Griff, Arnold High School. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. A possibility of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour and a high of 88. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 86 and a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings and $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michael Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. I'm looking for something. I can't.
He had to have a cue or something. I don't know.
You can't multitask in there. What's the matter with you?
His brain.
Used to be a coach.
Brain's only good for 15 minutes at a time.
It was South Walton. South Walton football, and that's what it was. All right, let's bring him on. Coach Griff, hey, help me out, Coach. These people drive me crazy. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. Heck, we missed you. We didn't get to talk to you last week. We had that holiday. Tell us what's been going on. All right, I know week 2, we get a big win. Talk about that. And then you had an open week. Tell us what everything's going on in Arnold.
Yeah, man, the guys played really well on, 2 weeks ago against Providence. Really, you always see a team has the most growth between week 1 and week 2, and our team really showed some growth. And if we can continue to show that growth, hopefully we can get ourselves on track to play some good football. Still had some inexperience that showed through. We're still correcting some things up front on the offensive line. Still have some adjustments to make, but our defense is really coming along. So, very pleased with how great a job our coaches are doing and how our team is progressing.
Now, how did you handle the open week? How many days y'all go? You give them a little time off, or did you just go every day?
Yeah, it was a long grind coming up afterwards. That'd be our last break. So we gave them 2 days off. We gave them Monday off and then Friday off. We had 3 good hard practices in between. And now hopefully those guys will be good and refreshed coming back in here on Monday, getting ready to get going, getting prepared for South Walton. Did you get everybody healthy? Everybody ready to go this week? Yeah, we've had some sickness running through the program. Injury-wise, we've been very fortunate so far. We're pretty healthy from that standpoint, but we have had some guys coming down with whatever this little sickness that's running around. So hopefully we'll be able to shake that off in time and be at full strength. All right, give me a scout. South Wall, give me a scout report on them. What do you think? How do you guys match up size-wise, strength-wise, physical ability? Is this a good matchup for Arnold? Yeah, I think we're really similar teams in our makeup. Phil Teese does an outstanding job of coaching that football team over there. They're very well coached. They're disciplined. They play hard and they play tough, like a good football team, like a well-coached team does. Got an outstanding quarterback. He is an absolute player. He's a good player. They got a bunch of, a lot of weapons around him. It's going to be a tough challenge for us this week. This is going to be a football game that that'll kind of be a good measuring stick for where we are, and hopefully our guys will be prepared for it. Well, if you can get this one, and you got Destin, so I feel pretty good about these next 2. How big are they, though? Sometimes they've got really good they've always seemed to have a lot of good receivers. Are they still throwing the ball all over the field? Yeah, they do. They've got a big, tall quarterback. He can drive the ball downfield. I mean, this guy can make all the throws. He's pretty impressive to watch. They've got that's a pretty good size up front on the offensive line. Probably a little more so than normal. So they're pretty big up front defensively. They're probably as big as a South Walton team as I recall. And again, they play hard as well. So they're excited over there, and hopefully we're going to be able to match that excitement. Now the game will be played over there, right? Yeah, we're going over there. Of course they're going to be excited. They got that brand new multi-million-dollar stadium with the AstroTurf and all that stuff. So they're going to be excited about their new place and they didn't have any home games last year, so it's going to be a tough environment to go in, and we're going to have our work cut out for us for sure. Talk about that turf feel like that. I mean, you guys can't practice on it. I guess that's has to be an advantage to them. But I don't know. I heard the new stuff's a lot better than what it used to be. Do they have anything anywhere in town you guys could go practice on? I think Moses got an indoor practice facility over there, some building. I guess there's no place on the beach where you can go work on that stuff, right? Well, no, the Publix facility, they've got a bunch of turf fields out there if we feel like we need to go down there and get some work on it. Haven't made that decision just yet. The services are really similar. I think there's a misconception about what turf is. The NFL did a study for 20 years, I believe, and they found that there's no greater risk of injury for them. They're much more durable surfaces. It's an advantage for them to have it because even on, difficult weather days and that thing, they still going to have the ability to practice. So, but as far as us playing on it, if I feel like we need to go down to Publix, we may do that. But, again, I don't see too much of a difference. And, we've been on it before a few times. So, hopefully it's not going to be much of a factor.
Okay, so y'all have played on it before then. Okay. I think Fort Walton also has that fake grass. It's been so long since I've seen it. Is it a lot? I heard it's a lot better now what it used to be. I mean, it used to be really fast, but really hard and way back in the days. I know it's gotten better over time, but now you say it's pretty good.
Yeah, when I played on in college, I got all the burn marks and stuff on it. It was that old carpet that was really rough. This stuff is as similar to grass, I believe, as you can get. So it's considerably better than it was in the old days that we recall, and it's a pretty good surface.
Let me ask you, just your opinion. Would you like to see that happen here in Bay County? I guess it would save money on maintenance, but I know it's extremely expensive. Would you like to see it go that way, or do you like the way it is now?
Oh, absolutely, 100%, no doubt. To give us, we've got these multi-million-dollar facilities that we can only use 4 or 5 times a year. It'd be nice to be able to be able to have your feet on a great surface every day, to be able to have PE on these things. I mean, there's surfaces that can be used 365 days a year. You have your feet on them constantly. So, in my mind, it's a no-brainer to put turf down on these fields and have those here in Bay County. Leon County's doing it. Walton County's putting them in all their places. It's sort of the trend all around. Really across the country, a lot of folks are going to this. So it just makes sense to me.
Well, Coach, I know you're busy. We appreciate you coming on. It's good hearing your voice again. We'll talk to you next Monday. Go get you another win and take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah, Coach, appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach. Coach Griff doing a great job. Arnold High School bounces back. Now, this is they were open last week. They take Sarah South Walton. And I don't want to look ahead, but I'm just saying that they win this, and I feel pretty good about where they're heading and what they're doing. You're a doctor. I'm with him. I'd like to see it looks better. You don't really have to do anything with it. And, of course, you don't want to see anybody lose their job, the maintenance crew, stuff like that. But
it still requires some maintenance.
Yeah, you got that little machine, that big machine, you drive over it.
You're right about that old stuff, though. It was like
it was terrible.
It was like playing on sandpaper.
Legion Field was terrible.
Oh yeah,
and now this stuff, the blades are real thin, therefore they're a little bit softer, and they put a special kind of material underneath of it to absorb the shock.
Yep.
So it's a world
of
difference now. Of course, it's a lot more expensive,
but you know what?
Technology.
I think it kind of balances out. You know that Saban. We were up there one time, and they came in and laid new carpet in the indoor practice facility. He didn't like the way it laid or something, just something he didn't like. And he couldn't tell any difference. They came back, put a brand new one in. Did not charge him anymore. They wanted to make him happy. That's crazy, man. When I heard that story, I was like, you got to be kidding.
I mean, just think if he decided to endorse it,
Well, their indoor practice field is like 120-something yards. It's a little bit bigger than normal. It's got 4 end zones and stuff like that. That was one of the first ones
out
built.
Practice.
It's pretty awesome. But anyway, let me get these high school scores in here if I can.
Better hurry up.
I'm going to go slow now. All right, Chad was at this game. Bozeman, they take it on the chin, 57-13 versus Bluntstown. NIL is working well at Bluntstown. Let's just put it that way. Mosley, what a football game, man. Mosley pulls away at the end, 55-41. Great job, Mosley Dolphins over there. Bay High School, woo! Bay, the new king, it seems like. 55-6. I know it's early, but they looking strong. They looking really good. Bay High School's got it rolling. Good job, Coach Brown. And then we had Freeport. This is incredible. I did an unbelievable job. Freeport gets it done 48-43 at Northview. It's hard to go into Northview to win. They got it done. Great job. Chipley, they beat Rutherford 39-26. Weewall 40, Vernon 6. Port St. Joe, Taco Bell, Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks are unbelievable. 45-7 Liberty County. And that's just somebody they put at quarterback. Good job, Coach Tanner.
Tiger Sharks.
Good job, Coach. Sneeze, Bill Thomas, bounce back game, 54-0. And then Walton puts it on. Well, they didn't put it on. Holmes County's lost every game, I think, by a point. They could be undefeated right now. They'll play here or play there. Walton gets it done 19-18. Jeremy Pridgett and I were perfect. We did not miss any high school picks. Jason Kovaleski and Jim both only missed one. Kyle Vandergriff missed one. But for the season, this is going to be a run. This is going to be a battle the rest of the year. It's me against me and Jeremy Prison. Jeremy's up on me right now, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
My money's on Jeremy. What about you, Doc?
My money's on Jeremy too.
You know what?
We love
tough
you,
crowd.
Yeah.
We love you, Coach.
Yep. Ain't gonna be no raises around here anytime.
A raise? I get a raise?
Yeah, you and me both.
Never. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We'll get back. We're talking about FSU, man. They looking better and better every week. I don't care who they're playing. You score that many points, you're doing something right. But I want to talk about that Cajun place. We had a great time. Those wings are big, juicy, and delicious. We had a great crowd. We were there at 11 o'clock kickoff, watching the ball games. I didn't think there was a lot of great games at 11 o'clock on Saturday, but we were watching all the different games. Julie and I had wings. We didn't get bread pudding this time. All we did was get the wings, had a great time there. Don't forget now, 50-cent wings at that Cajun place. 50 cents. 20 wings, $10. Let me say it again, Chad. 20 wings, $10. You can't beat that.
Feed a family on that.
You cannot beat that. $5 pitchers when the games are being played. NFL college games have to be played. That's when you get the deals. Now, if you're LSU fan, and I'm telling you, you didn't get many points as I thought last week. LSU's offense was not like I thought it would be last week. But if you got your LSU shirt on and they score a touchdown, you walk up there and say, give me my free Jell-O shot, please, and they'll give it to you. 50-cent wings, and the Saints. Good luck with the Saints. They score touchdowns on Sundays or Mondays or Thursday nights whenever they're playing.
Sooner or later.
Got that same shirt on, go up there and say, I want my free Jell-O shot, they give it to you. You don't seem impressed. I thought that's pretty.
No, I just don't need a Jell-O shot.
I thought that's pretty impressive. I think you need a couple.
Thing against Jell-O after being in the hospital. I never want to see Jell-O again.
If you had a shot in it, it'd be better. Hey, you know what? 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All you need is 5 minutes. You call, make an appointment, Dr. Ward. He's got an office throughout the Panhandle of Florida. 5 minutes, all it takes. Dr. Ward's incredible. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN. We were at the Cajun. No, we were at Jay Michael's. I think it was Wednesday, and for lunch. And our buddy that graduated from Mosley, I think about 80, 81, he goes, yeah, I enjoy listening to Dr. Mitchell, especially when he's wrong. He got some fans. Mitchell's got people listening to him. And so does Dr. Ward. So does Dr. Ward. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. El Rodeo Tequila Bar Grill. We were there, too. Had a good time. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So we got Wildcat. We got Chad. We get back. FSU, Florida State Seminoles. They look good. Looking good.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your college football headquarters for the biggest and best games of the week.
It's a touchdown!
Huge rivalries and your favorite teams in the SEC, ACC, and beyond.
It's a miracle!
The Gators, Hurricanes, LSU, Georgia, Auburn, and Notre Dame play here.
Unbelievable!
The Gulf Coast headquarters for college football is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
No one
one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Right now, over 300 kids in Northwest Florida are waiting for a mentor like you. Just a few hours a month can change a child's life and yours. It doesn't take much to be the difference. Become a big brother or big sister today. Call 850-433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to learn more. Mentoring changes lives. Will you be the one to step up?
If you got more A's on your truck than you did in high school, you might be a Bama fan. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU, FSU. FSU. Florida State now back in the top 10 where they belong in college football. I'd say they belong in the top 5 when Bobby was there. It seemed like every year they were in the top 5. But Florida State climbing that ladder, Chad. They climbing, baby. They working hard. They getting back to the top. FSU coaches poll didn't like them, but they had them at 12. But I think the AP, I think they were 10th. All right, what do you have for us today? Before you do that, let me talk about somebody. Let me talk about somebody that's incredible. I love John. I love Charlotte. Wonderful people, always giving back to the community. We all know what Charlotte did for the university, how much money she gave. It's incredible. But they're always helping out. Fire department, Humane Society, you name it, they do it. Let's make sure we get out and support them. One of their 4 locations, Newbies 2 on the Curve, the place to watch all NFL games. I can't wait to get cold. Get in, watch, shoot pool, have a nice cold drink, watch the games, all the different TVs. Then you head on down to the mothership because Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for you every weekend right down there, which they've been open there for over 50 years. But they got the new one that Glenn loves over in St. Andrews, that big, beautiful blue facility over there. Go check it out. One of the 4 great newbies. Go have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you. Dr. Eugene Chad Mitchell, tell us what you have now on FSU.
Well, the Seminoles took it to the East Texas A&M Lions.
Woo.
We know how you like Lions.
Ooh, hey.
So,
Lion share. Yeah. They took a
anyway, 77-3.
77.
Multiple players scored here. We'll just start off with a little bit of the game leader stats. Castellanos at 237 passing yards. Singleton Jr. at running back, 82 rushing yards. Receiving yards, 173 by Deuce Robinson, the wide receiver.
Do it,
of course,
Deuce.
He had a couple of touchdowns that were pretty impressive. In fact, one of them was a pretty nice grab. So then sacks, Coleman, the defensive lineman, had 1. And then tackles, the Seminoles didn't really stay in the game. The starting Seminoles didn't stay in the game. So Cotrill, the linebacker, had 4. He had 3 solo tackles. They would have had more than that if they'd have stayed in the game, I think. But overall, total yards, FSU, 729 yards.
What?
Yes.
729.
729 yards.
Gus Malzahn.
1 turnover, 29 first downs.
Was that a school record? That has to be. As far as the total yards.
It was up there. They were talking about Mark Richt and how many yards. This was on, I think it was the ACC network.
Yeah.
They were talking about when he was the
OC.
The OC for FSU and how he had approximately that many yards and points or something. I don't remember the stats. Maybe one of our FSU fans will know that and they can call in. But penalties, FSU had 3 for 35 total yards.
Now. We got an answer for your question.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Well, I turned my radio down. I didn't hear what the question was. It's something about Mark Richt.
Yes. We wanted to know
The
if they had a record.
729 yards and the 77 points.
Some teams don't get that all year. 729 yards total offense. Got to be a record.
And the starting quarterback went out in the middle of the second quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care who you play. That's pretty impressive.
I don't even know if it was that. They scored on 10 consecutive possessions. Touchdowns.
Yeah.
On 10 consecutive possessions. And it wasn't like the old days where, they intercepted 2 passes and run them back for touchdowns and, had got a fumble on the 3-yard line or something and run it in. It was that their punter's leg was about to wear out. I think he was wanting to change legs there one time because he was getting sore. He might need to go to see orthopedic specialist today.
Chad Mitchell, yes. Robotic. One of the first ones trained.
What I think? I think the factor is that they forgot to put, East, and they just said Texas A&M. So I think that they were trying to take out some frustration.
There you go. There you go. That was a heck of, and they got an open week this week? Florida State's open?
Yeah, they're open.
Then who they got?
Yeah.
Hold on, I can tell you here.
Yeah. Heck, I don't want an open week. I want to keep playing. They're doing too good.
They need an open week after last week.
Kent State.
Yep, that powerhouse, Kent State.
I didn't think so.
I feel pretty good about being 3-0.
The problem is they're wasting a bye week. They're wasting a bye week on Kent State.
Well, that's not. They couldn't help it.
Well, I guess they couldn't help it, but man, to have your bye week before the Kent State
game. They could schedule Ohio State that week. Would you rather them do that? I'd rather have
Sure, I'd love to see them play.
And Miami's not far after they come back off their bye week.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're going to know more about Miami this week. They got South Florida. They took care of Notre Dame. They're going to have another powerhouse team coming there. South Florida's pretty good. They got good skill players. It's going to be a game for a while.
Yeah, they played the Bethune-Cookman this weekend.
Yeah.
But back to FSU, Coach Nixon, did you hear? Squirrel went out, the kid from Alabama. He went out and with his shoulder or his hand, and I was wondering if you had heard the injury report on him.
So they had 3 players. It was Squirrel White, and then James Williams and running back Keziah Holmes. Squirrel White was seen in a thumb spica brace or cast. So I don't really know. I haven't heard anything other than that. But for them to put him in that, it could be some kind of bad wrist sprain. I don't know if they got it. They have X-ray at the field, so who knows?
Yeah, well, he went down. He went down funny, and the ball went, and that's what it was. Is that it was on the sideline tackle, and he went down kind of funny on that wrist and hand.
But there's a lot of things it could be.
With them having Kent State next, that's like 2 weeks to get everybody healthy.
Yeah. Now, it depends, if he's got a fracture.
You can play with a broke bone, a little broke bone. You can play with that.
Yeah, you play with a cast on.
Come on, man.
Little duct tape goes
a long way. He's got to catch one-handed.
That Gorilla Tape, put that Gorilla Tape on it, you ready to go.
Anyway.
It's kind of tough to be a receiver with a cast, though. I will say
it is. That's the point. So
it's all mental.
I think we kind of need to find out a little bit more what goes on with that.
But, I think you can do anything you put your mind to. That's just me. Hey, let me ask you something. You're a Florida State guy. Danny Cannell, I'm done with him. After I saw this, I said, I'm tired of messing with him. Here's his top 12. South Florida's number 1. Ohio State's 2nd. Florida State's 3rd. Miami 4th. Auburn 5th. LSU 6th. Iowa State 7th. Illinois 8th. Oklahoma 9th. Ole Miss 10. Oregon 11th. And Georgia Tech 12th. Come on.
Have you listened to Paul? Have you ever listened to this guy named Paul Feinbaum? No. He has made millions by doing stupid stuff and letting people even talk.
True. Very true.
So
Paul's a friend of mine. Y'all hurt my heart saying that.
So he's got Oregon way down the line because, man, have you seen Oregon?
Oregon looks good.
They look really good.
Yeah, I would.
A lot of eye candy.
I don't think there's 12 teams better than Oregon. That's just me.
Me either. They look good.
Well, all he's doing is the same thing. He's just stirring the pot.
Stirring that pot.
He's doing what Coach Hale does.
He's stirring the pot. It's like Wildcat here stirring that pot.
Here's the thing. You want to know who's talking the most about him? Alabama fans.
He's in our head. He is in our head, man.
I mean, if you don't like what somebody says, you can not listen to them.
There you
Turn them
go.
off.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I turned my headset down a little bit.
Yeah, but why? You can't unhear certain
Why did he look at
things.
me? He looked right at me when he said, sometimes I turn my headset down. Unbelievable.
James will get that about lunch.
Yeah. Y'all are mean. Y'all are mean.
Well, he's run out of brain power. He's only got about 15 minutes worth, and I think we're going to have to go to break.
Yeah, we got a break coming up, Rob. You hanging on? You got to go.
I'll call back.
All right, bye. All right, some of our great, outstanding people, the legendary, unbelievable Jason Kovaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. I think the college picks, I think he had a really good, yes, I think this past week he did really well in his picks. I'm not going to look it up right now. I'll look it up later. But the guy's incredible. Listen to him every Tuesday, Friday, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Locals taking care of locals. He graduated from Mosley High School. His mother's a legend over there. And they own Max Fit Sports Nutrition. 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street. You want to look better, feel better, Jason Kovaleski can make it happen. All natural. All natural. You know, some doctors get you on prescriptions for no reason, but Jason's all natural. Oh, sorry, Chad. I didn't see you sitting there. Chad never has done that. I know. Chad doesn't do that. And I shouldn't have said that. Was pretty mean.
He's got his mean shoes on.
What did he say? I wasn't listening.
You were It's good. Leave it all.
Turned his headphones down.
Speaking of the legend, Chad, you were one of the first ones ever trained in robotic surgery. People come from all around. Montgomery, Alabama, to have this young man work on them, do surgery. The guy is incredible. 26 years on Bay County sidelines. That's never happened before and probably never happen again anywhere. The legendary, the one and only Chad Mitchell. Chad, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
Speaking of legends, Jason Steverson, locals taking care of locals. It doesn't get better than that. The guy graduated from Mosley High School. He started Stevenson Air Conditioning, locally owned, family owned. They knock it out of the ballpark. They've expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Don't go some national brand. Don't go with the best. Go with somebody you can trust. Chad's probably, I think, got 2, house and office. Jason Kovaleski's the same way. I do it. Everybody uses Stevenson Air Conditioning. You know why? Because he's the best. Most honest, hardworking people out there. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. We'll be right back. 104.3. ESPN Northwest. We'll get back. We've got the Florida Gators. Billy Napier is now taking over the board. The hottest seat in town is down in Gainesville, Florida. Wow. Be right back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show.
Mark, you know what he did Saturday? Every time Florida State would score, he would text me and goes, do you know the score of the FSU Alabama game?
Hey, every time y'all get me on, I think it's in the Auburn segment, so can we bleed over just a little on Bama?
Yeah, go ahead. Bleed all you want.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. A possibility of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour and a high of 88. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 86 and a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you deliberately trying to mess this up?
I like the song. Go Gators!
Our Gator fans are.
Wait a minute now.
They're disappointed
you start
in you.
jumping on Billy Napier. I watched the game.
Before I start jumping on Billy Napier.
You're all after him this morning. I couldn't believe how negative you've been. Listen, let me tell you something. Florida was a better team. Florida beat the South Florida. Did a great job, coaching staff.
Yep.
He's a great coach. We watched him before against Bama. He's a good coach. But the bottom line is, Florida, you take away the 2 touchdown penalties that took 2 touchdowns off the board. If that didn't happen, Florida wins. If the guy didn't spit on the South Florida player, the defense would have played better. And I will say this, in the fourth quarter play selection by Billy could have been better, in my opinion. But for everybody to overreact like Alabama did against FSU, at least Florida players played really hard. They gave great effort.
That whole spitting thing is just a replay of what happened last week between the Cowboys and I forget who they play, but Jalen.
It was the Eagles.
Jalen Garner, whatever his last name is.
Spit on him, yeah.
Walked up and
it's just a Southern thing. It's just a Southern thing.
It's disrespectful, and then it's the ultimate disrespect.
Yes, it is.
It's a bad thing.
So, on a positive note,
I was being positive. You were getting
I'm sorry, Don.
And this isn't necessarily positive for Florida, but Nico Grammatica kicks the winning field goal. Now, if he'd have missed it, Florida would have won, right?
Yeah.
But he kicks it, and Nico Grammatica is, of course, the son of Martin Gramatica, who played in the NFL for
17 years.
Tampa Bay, Indianapolis, Dallas,
how many years?
New Orleans.
17.
Yeah, something like that.
I just made
several
it up.
Several years.
Yeah, several years.
Anyway, yeah, so he's the son of Martin Gramatica.
And he's got a super strong leg.
Yeah. So Nico gets the win. But he got the win because, like you said, Florida was not playing like they should have. I think the biggest disappointment for me right now is Lagway.
Yeah, I was totally disappointed in his passing.
So much talent. Is it just the chemistry on the offense?
I was going to ask you, could that still be because of the injuries he's had, maybe?
Who knows? But just watching him, he just looked off.
He looks not like he's done.
Yeah, he didn't look like himself.
There were
like
people
he was
wide
last
open,
year.
ball behind him.
Yeah,
I mean, the play. What got me upset about Billy Napier at the end when they were doing a good job running the ball, the first down they threw the ball. He was, you know what? Going back, it really wasn't a bad call because the guy's open. It was just a terrible pass.
Yeah,
they stopped the clock. If South Florida gets the ball back and takes care of business.
Yeah. And they did, and the defense didn't stop them.
Billy's got to hire an offensive coordinator. He's got it for himself.
DJ,
look what Norvell last year. All those coordinators are gone. He had to get rid of the offensive coordinator, got rid of the defense coordinator, brings new guys in. It worked out perfectly for him so far this year. Billy Napier's got to have an offensive coordinator as a buffer.
Yeah.
He can still tell the guy what to run, but let everybody think he's got offense coordinator. He can blame it on him.
Let's go through the stats real quick so you can just see how this game went. Now, understand, this is South Florida. They are now ranked.
They're a good team.
Right, they're a very good team. They've got Miami coming up. So anyway, here's the stats. Total yards. South Florida, 391. Florida, 355. Turnovers, 0 South Florida, 1 for Florida. First downs, 20 South Florida. Florida, 20. Penalties, 9 for 75 yards for South Florida. Florida had 11 for 103. Not many more. I mean, you're looking at 28
but
more
they
yards.
Were huge.
They were big penalties. You're right. Third downs, South Florida, 6 of 16. Florida, 4 of 12.
Ooh.
Fourth down, 1 of 1 for South Florida, 0 of 0. They didn't go for it on fourth down, Florida. And then possession, Florida had the ball 34 minutes and 13 seconds, and South Florida had it for 25 minutes and 47 seconds. Now think about those stats for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, what picture are you getting out of that?
Well, after watching the game, the bottom line, they don't have the penalties, they win the game. Florida played a really good football team. And we told everybody last week this is going to be a war. This is their Super Bowl. This is South Florida's Super Bowl. Okay? Did you see their coaching staff on the video after the game running through the hallways up in the press box screaming, yelling at like they just Christmas morning they got their favorite toy?
What if they beat Miami?
It'll be the same thing. I mean, that was a big game for South Florida.
It was a big game.
And that's a guy who can coach ball.
He can.
They should have beat Bama when Saban was there down in South 2 years ago.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a play here, play there.
And that
it's not like Alabama with FSU where Florida State just beat them like a drum. Florida played hard. They had a good scheme. They just didn't make it. They didn't make it happen. I'm telling you right now, if that kid didn't get kicked out of the game for spitting, that was a big blow to Florida, I think.
Yeah.
Well, the penalty was.
The
penalty gave him a first down and gave him life.
And he's gone.
And the interesting thing, I think it was 2 plays later, they threw the lateral pass, which is to that same kid's side. You can blame the kid for spitting, you can do all that. Florida missed 4 or 5 tackles right there, and that's the game.
Yeah.
Because when he got it down to the 32 of Florida, Grammatica's going to make that.
Yeah. And then they picked up another big play to get down the goal line, and then they...
I personally thought, I was watching it, I thought South Florida was going to score a touchdown on that last drive.
I did too.
I mean, they came so close. You know, it was an extra point.
What if
type,
really,
field
instead
goal.
of that pass, incomplete pass on first down, what if they ran the ball, picked up 5, and they kept running the ball and got first downs? But I get why he did it. It was open. You can't fault him for that because it was there. If they just didn't execute
the play was there and it wasn't executed, that falls on the players. That doesn't fall on the coach.
Yeah, but I agree with everybody saying he needs an offensive coordinator for himself. He can still tell the offensive coordinator head side, and still get what he wants. But everybody's like now they're blaming this guy. They're blaming Mitchell instead of me. I mean, because you're the OC today.
Bring it.
Yeah. But anyway,
to me, Lagway just did not look comfortable
he did not.
The entire game.
He didn't.
He was off.
And to me, that
shocked me.
I think that was the big problem. So he's uncomfortable. The offense is really not gelling and doing what you need it to do.
I told you my back was hurting me. I need some help. Let's take this phone call, please. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Who is this?
This is Gator Jamie.
Hey, buddy, help us out. Tell us what's going on in Gainesville. Help us out.
Man, he got to go. He really got to go. I've been his biggest defender this whole time, but man, we were unprepared on defense. How many substitution penalties we get late in the game? 3 or 4. Yep. Trying to sub when the other team ain't subbing. I mean, I ain't a football coach, but I know that one.
Yep.
Poor clock management. Undisciplined. Every time we made a play, I just knew a penalty was coming.
Talk about the time management. I mean, am I wrong in thinking, you USF is driving down the field. They're running the clock out. And he has 2 timeouts left with a minute and 53, and just held on to him.
And just watched it.
Why?
Just watched it go away.
I don't know.
Saving it for the next game, I guess.
I don't get that. I don't understand. You need to keep time on the clock for your team.
Even before that, they got a thing called 4-minute offense for a reason.
Sure.
And we come out and throw 2 times. We throw a 25-yard out route on 3rd and 6 or whatever it is. Man, run the clock and run that minute out.
Yeah.
Run the clock and run that minute out, and they do not have time.
That's exactly
That's
right.
what I
That's
was
the other
thinking.
part of that.
But remember, didn't they have? They wasted a first down. Remember that they wasted a first down. I can't remember what happened.
Down.
He wasted that.
He threw it. He threw it on first down.
And then he had to. Well, I'm talking about the timeout. He wasted a timeout, and I can't remember. I remember then thinking, I don't think he should have done that. He wasted a timeout, and then he didn't have 3. So I know what he was doing. He was waiting till they got like where they thought they were going to stop him, and they'd call a timeout on 3rd and 4th down. But I would have called it early.
I would have called it early. I mean, at least one of them, because you know you need time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If you're going to do that, you got to stop them.
There you go. That too.
I know.
You know, if that's what you're going to do, you got to stop them. We let them mash the ball down our throats for the last 2 minutes of the game.
It was sad.
It was terrible. He's got to go.
When
I don't
they got
care
to
if we
the
lose
20,
every recruit we got.
I thought Florida was going to let them score a touchdown. When South Florida got to the 20, I was like, okay, they're going to let him score a touchdown, send Lagway out, and let him go down the field with 2 timeouts. That's what I was thinking.
Hey, one more thing, guys.
Go ahead.
He and I'll get off here. I had a surprise 50th birthday party that I knew nothing about. I walked into it right in time to see our team get their ass kicked.
Oh,
man!
Well, happy birthday anyway.
He got to go.
Happy birthday.
See, after that, you can
Happy
survive
birthday.
anything.
God
Happy
bless
birthday.
you. Hey, the mayor.
love y'all.
Bye. Thank you, sir. Hey, the mayor said answer the dang phone, but he didn't say dang. I told him you were on the potty. You had an emergency. Is that him? We got to take. If it's the mayor, we got to take the call.
Well, we got to go to break.
No, if it's the mayor, we don't. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. You know, you want that yard to look absolutely gorgeous. I know who to call. If you got insects in your house, I know who to call. I can call somebody local that I trust, that's honest, works extremely hard, that's there for me anytime I need him, and that is Turf Pro Pest Control. Patrick, how can the common folks out there get up with you?
Pick up the phone, dial 850-890-5820. We will answer the phone and schedule an appointment to come out there and get a plan for your yard and then execute it.
Absolutely. They do a great job. I seriously, our yard's looking absolutely gorgeous. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1, locals taking care of. Speaking of locals, Vandy Roofing, Kyle does an incredible job. Now, they can build anything. Roofing, general contracting, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential. They can do it all. But if you're looking for a roof, you want to go to Vandy Roofing. It'll be done right. It'll be incredible. And they can get it done quickly. Insurance companies coming after you, call Kyle. Call Vandy Roofing. Listen to him every Friday right here. You're talking about nobody gets more local than these guys. Legendary family, the Vandegrift crew. All right, Taco Bell Tiger Sharks. Port St. Joe, all you Tiger Sharks, get out to Taco Bell. They support you 110%. Make sure you support them. They're always there for you. Taco Bell, like my 2 granddads said, go Tiger Sharks. We'll be right back. Alabama Update, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The brutal hits. The heartbreaking turnovers. The Roaring comebacks.
In for the touchdown.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida delivers the biggest matchups of the week from across the nation. Your college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. A possibility of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour and the high of 88. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 86 and a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
GSX Lynn Haven, W Field to Port St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
When it comes to backyard dreams, trust the name that's been making waves for over 65 years. Cox Pools. Serving the entire Florida Panhandle, Cox Pools brings experience, innovation, and quality to every custom pool design. From luxurious spas to resort-style pools, no vision is too big. Make your backyard the place to be with Cox Pools. Cox Pools, 65 years strong and still making a splash. Visit coxpools.com or call 850-235-7957.
He's a 10-foot tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Updates brought to you by the legendary Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Just like Steve at Steve's Bike Shop. I love Steve. What a wonderful man. Head swim coach at Mosley High School. And Steve's Bike Shop's been in business, I think, since 1979, right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. I would only do this for certain people. This is one of Bama's biggest fans ever. Let's bring him on now. Bama Mayor Bernicki. Good morning, sir. Roll Tide, Greg.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about where's my anxiety doll?
Little needles in it.
Explain that.
That's Ryan Williams came into the locker room with an anxiety doll.
That, you know what? That, the fingernail polish, and you know what though? There's a freshman receiver at Alabama that lit it up Saturday night. You know
he
what?
Wasn't having any
Stay hurt.
anxiety.
Stay on the sidelines. Play with a teddy bear. We got a man out there playing now. That made me. I like. Jamie says he's a great. She interviewed. Says he's a wonderful young man. But I just can't believe we got major college football players walking in the stadium with teddy bears, fingernail polish on. Things have changed. Man.
I just about puked. We're not playing badminton. So, anyway.
Have you seen his music video? They did in the Alabama locker room?
Yeah, they were doing a music video.
That was fake news.
Focus. It reminded me of Willie Taggart a few years ago at Florida State when they come out there and did a dance, and then they got everybody danced on their head during the game, and they lost. I think what you've got with Napier is a similar situation. The discipline level is horrific. I mean, that kid saw somebody, obviously, in that football game with Philadelphia and Dallas the other day, spit on somebody, and then he spits on somebody in the game. And right there at the inopportune time, Mario Cristobal, believe it or not, hired a clock management person for his ball games. He's got one, and Billy needs one.
Yeah.
Well, he knew he needed one, I guess.
He only lost like 2 or 3 games.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. Do what you got to do, right?
So Miami lost the game because he ran the ball and didn't have it. Yeah. Georgia Tech, that's right.
So if you're inept about something or uninformed or you can't deliver at that particular time, and I get somebody else to do it, but I think Florida went through the same thing that we did going into our season last year after being 13-0, that we had great expectations because of DJ, and they had great expectations because of Lagway. Yeah. And I'm not sure if he is not fully recovered from the injuries that he had, because they were making a reference to that during the game. Well, he hasn't been really able to do anything until a couple of weeks ago, so he's been stale. But, even during the time that you're injured, your brain's not injured, so you can still go through progressions and stuff like that. I'm telling you, USF is not a pushover. I mean, they get Boise State's butt, and so, but you get in their stadium, and I'll tell you what, that's a tough place to play down in Gainesville, and the crowd didn't do anything. Those kids were as energized by the crowd as the Florida fans were, or the Florida players.
Mayor, let me ask you this seriously. I can see when they all jumped on the board at Alabama when they gave no effort and Florida State beat them like a drum. That's not the case at Florida. South Florida's ranked. They beat the crap out of Boise State. We watched them when Saban went into South Florida and probably should have lost that ball game. They've got players, and I will say this: Florida Gators played hard. It wasn't like they gave effort. They played hard. Do you think people are overreacting about wanting to fire him right now today, or you think they're okay to say that?
You know what? I think they had a false sense of victorious mode for the last part of last season, and I don't know if they were looking as hard for the rest of the year. But let me tell you, they got to play. The rest of their schedule is brutal. I mean, it is tougher than any other schedule anybody else has got, and I think they got to let it play out. And you know what? I'm sure somebody's on the phone looking today, but I don't know. First of all, if you don't know, who the hell you going to get?
Yeah.
So I think they got to go through all of that and figure out, what's going to be the alternative. But Norvell, look at the people that Florida State put together over the off season, and I'm surprised that because I watched that game the other day with a bunch of Alabama fans. We were scalloping in Cape San Blas and St. Joe for a week, and I said, "Man, I'm surprised you guys are probably going to be calling Malzahn to be the head coach at Alabama. That way, you take him out of the mix because he's so good at beating them." Really, no doubt. On my phone, I didn't get that call. You said Alabama fans, and you went down there. Julie probably didn't tell. I know you called. Julie probably didn't tell me you called and invited me. Yeah. If the phone doesn't ring, you know it's me. Hang up on him. Hang up on him. All right? Oh, that was awesome. That's just great. Did you watch any of the Alabama game? Yeah, we did the whole game, and the things that my wife had to go through to get it streamed, because that lady, we got this house, it's $1,500 a day for all of us to split up, and you can't even get internet was so spotty. We were trying to stream it, trying to do this, that. We ended up having to pirate it off of some Asian guy who was from honest to God, overseas, just trying so we could watch it. And it was Florida State was just fired up. And you talk about looking like they knew what they were doing, and then they get out there in the last game, and I'm going, wow, there has been some serious coaching changes. I mean, those guys had to. I think he had to get rid of the hangover from the Georgia ass whipping they took the year before. It rubbed off so bad on the assistants and rubbed off so bad on the players that they had to have a complete diaper change. I mean, it was amazing. Yeah, I just think what he did, he knocked a home run when he hired Gus Malzahn and Coach White. Those guys lit a fire into those kids. And got to give all the credit Norvell. He pulled the trigger. He was the guy that hired him. He could have hired somebody totally different. It could have gone south. But and I think Billy Napier's got to do the same. He's got to hire an offensive coordinator if he survives this year. He's got to hire an offensive coordinator. Hey, man, we got to go, man. No doubt. You're screwing up my Alabama update. We got to let you go. That's the idea. And I've got those anxiety dolls for sale online.
Hey, I think that's what Ryan Williams is doing.
That's what he's talking about.
It's the NIL,
exactly what he's talking about.
I think that was a gift from the Florida State secondary.
The website is redlowtide.com.
Oh, my God. Listen, you know what? Never again will I take his phone call during Alabama Update.
I wouldn't either.
You can block him on your phone.
Where's Bill Allen when I need him? All right, Mayor. Thanks for the call.
Man. See you. Bye.
Bye. All right, Alabama 73, Monroe zip. Alabama's total offense, totally different from Florida State. Of course, they weren't playing Florida State. They were playing Monroe. 583 yards. The defense only gave up 148 yards, so total difference. Great job by the offense. Turnovers, Bama 0. Monroe had 3. First downs, Alabama had 29. Monroe had 9. Time of possession, Bama had the ball almost 35 minutes. Monroe, 25. 100,077 fans were at the game. Ty Simpson set an Alabama record. 17 of 17, 3 touchdowns, 226 yards, averaged 13.3 yards per reception. Austin Mack came in. He was 8 of 10 for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then the future. This kid is going to be special. Russell comes in. He was 4-6, 65 yards, averaged 10.8 yards per reception, 2 touchdowns. He can run. He can throw. He's the real deal. The future's bright. Hopefully he won't leave because the kid is going to be an unbelievable talent. Alabama total team passing, 33 passes, completed 29 for 371 yards, averaged 11.2 yards per reception, 7 touchdown passes. Monroe, 10 of 18, 55 yards, 0 touchdowns. Rushing, Bama as a team ran the ball 36 times for 212 yards, averaged 5.9 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. And then Deere was the kid that had 5 carries, 76 yards, averaged 15 yards per carry. Anyway, they did a good job.
One big run.
Yeah, Monroe had 32, listen to this, 32 rushes for only 93 yards, averaged 2.9 yards per carry. Alabama had 11 different receivers catch the football. Bernard is a stud, 3 receptions, 67 yards, 22 yards average, 2 touchdowns. Brooks, the freshman, is special. He's going to be something really special at Alabama. 4 receptions, 58 yards. He got a burst of speed. It's unbelievable. But anyway, Bama looked a lot better offensively, defensively. We're going to know more about Bama this week because Wisconsin's a lot better. They've gone back. You know, he tried to get away from the running game. They've gone back and started pounding the football. They got big offensive linemen. They're physical. They look good. We'll know all we need to know about Bama this week. 11 o'clock kickoff on ABC. 21-point favorite. Do not touch it. Do not touch it. Bama fans, listen to me, do not touch it. I watched Wisconsin. They're not going to win by 21.
Yeah.
Do not touch it. I'm telling you that right now. I'll be shocked if that was to happen. Alabama Update is brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. We get back, we'll talk about Auburn. And you were 2 weeks away when the real teams play. Auburn, Oklahoma. Wow. Oklahoma, that little JV team from Michigan had no shot. Michigan Eddie should be embarrassed. I mean, he should be crying. Oklahoma spanked Michigan. It wasn't even a contest. It wasn't even close. Roll Tide. Be right back.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. A possibility of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour and a high of 88. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 86 and a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
At Brock Lawn and Pest Control, we're proud to be awarded the distinction of being Quality Pro certified.
Our technicians have passed rigorous training in eco-friendly application and prevention of pest treatments.
Part of the program is the practice of integrated pest management.
IPM's goal is to prevent pests from ever entering your home. It includes inspection, prevention, education, and, when necessary, application.
We're proud to be Quality Pro certified.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, the standard and level of trust.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Eagle, hey, Martha, Kenny, James. I tell you what, love talking to the mayor. He is the mayor. Always have been, always will be. Greg Bernicki, I love that guy. What a wonderful man he is. Auburn Tigers, your Auburn Updates brought to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You want a great meal, great time, get out to Beef O'Brady's. The key word there is Lynn Haven. If you watch all the Monday Night Football, it's Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brady's. You want to get a bunch of wings, have a big party, is Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brady's. Love Pat Purno, city commissioner over there.
Rings.
Onion rings are incredible.
Oh, my God.
Auburn Tigers, they put it on Ball State 42-3. 88,043 Auburn fans were there. Arnold Jackson looking good. He passed for 251 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cobb, the running back, had a great night. 121 yards, another 2 touchdowns. Defense put it on Ball State, looked really strong. Auburn now is 2-0. They're ranked in the AP poll. Coaches poll, not there yet. That's a disgrace. They should be. They should be in there. Michigan should not. They got South Alabama this week. Kickoff at 11:45. War Damn Eagle. They're looking good, man. Their top 2 receivers. First 2 games, of course, Cam Coleman, unbelievable. Could be an All-American this year. 8 receptions so far, 100 yards. Singleton, 7 for 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Auburn defense looked a lot better. Big, strong, fast, physical. Both sides of the ball. Auburn 2-0 and getting better and better. They get through South Alabama, which is South Alabama's. It's going to be their Super Bowl. Like South Florida going against Florida, it's going to be the same thing. They'll get the best shot. They're going to get the best shot they can possibly give Auburn. It's not going to be enough. Auburn can stay healthy. Great things will happen. Auburn had 9 different receivers catch the football. Unbelievable. Auburn passed for 271 yards. They rushed for another 224 yards. That's pretty good balance right there. Cannot wait. Let's just get through this week, Auburn. Get South Alabama take care of. Don't get anybody hurt. And then the big one. Hopefully Oklahoma takes care of business this week. That sets up a huge football game. We got a phone call? Let's take this caller. Good morning. Who is this?
Go Boosh right here. Hey, isn't it Jackson Arnold, not Arnold Jackson?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the Wolverine. It's the Wolverine, Michigan too, that got beat.
Eddie,
always the Michigan Wolverines that got beat. Doesn't matter. They got beat.
All I have to say is just give the opposing coaches time to figure material out. He does one read. He doesn't have a tucks it and run it. And it's only take a matter of time for opposing coaches to figure that out. And Oklahoma is going to be stopped in their track. And I'll tell you, in NCAA, with one of our star defenders out the first half, once he came back in, they shut Oklahoma down. But we need to get our offense on track.
Shut them down. What game did you watch?
And they need to take the training wheels off of Bryce Underwood and all that, and just let him play.
Bryce won. Hey, he's over there trying to fight one of the best running backs to ever play at Michigan.
No,
Thank you, Alabama.
Hey,
What was that about? Why can't y'all get along?
Hey, okay, you want to talk about that? At least you didn't spit on them. Like all your SEC homers are. You got Jalen Carter spitting in NFL. You got the Florida guy spitting.
That's true.
And then you got Brian Branch. Yesterday against the Packers, he rips off the helmet of the tight end crap of the Green Bay, takes down, then throws it right in front of the referee. Then we get a 15 unsportsmanlike. That just set the tone for the Lions getting their butt kicked yesterday against the Packers. It seems like once SEC players leave Daddy Kirby and Nick, they don't know how to act. Do they teach discipline in the SEC? Seriously. I mean, spitting back when I was growing up on someone else was taboo. You don't do that to another man. And this isn't Jalen Carter's first mental miscue. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, no, let me talk right now. And they are role models to our youngsters. And it makes me sick. I mean, Serrani should suspend Carter, at least for a game or two, or maybe if not the whole season, to get his act together. And then Napier needs to do something with that lineman and the gears. Because Bubby sent me pictures. There's already Frat sign painting the stones that said Fire Billy. I mean, the discipline there. And you're talking about the other caller called in about the substitutions and all that. All Florida's 11 men were staring at Florida's sideline, and then South Florida ran a play and scored a touchdown. How do you do that with a D1 powerhouse, SEC powerhouse Florida, and do that? I mean, that is just terrible. And I love Brian Branch, and emotions get heated. At least Brian didn't spit on someone, Yeah. But still, undisciplined ball, man.
How can I come back against that? I mean, he pretty much said the truth, didn't he?
And this weekend started off great. All Mosley's teams won. They were 3-0. And then Saturday, the wheels fell off. Michigan lost. Liberty lost. Florida lost. Luckily, Clemson and South Carolina won. And then the Lions they just didn't even show up.
Yeah, that surprised me about the Lions. It did.
They didn't have a pass rush in the first quarter, second quarter, whatever. I mean, it was just, I get it. It's Lambeau week one and all that, but they got problems to fix there. I mean, I'm not surprised they got beat because Lambeau's a tough place to play. It's how they got beat is what concerns me.
Well, after you've seen Oklahoma go to war with Michigan, of course, it's tough on you guys to come down here and play SEC schools. I get that. But
they're not an SEC school. They're a Big 12 school.
How do you think Auburn? How do you think? I know I'm looking ahead and I shouldn't do this, but Auburn and Oklahoma, who do you like in that one?
I really don't know. I mean, if they figure Mateer out and what he does, I mean, he could be stopped, and then there you go. I mean, Oklahoma's done.
Yeah.
I know they got a new GM there, Jim Nagy. He used to run the Senior Bowl, University of Michigan grad and all that. Not saying they didn't deserve to win because they deserve to win. They played. And prayers out to Gio, our family buddy. They lost him in the first half. I think he's right guard. He's like one of the stars of our offensive line. He has a high ankle sprain, so he's out a couple games. So he was out in the first half and didn't return. So prayers to him.
Yeah.
And that didn't help. You know what I mean? And I just found that out between services yesterday when I was reading up on the game. Auburn's looking a lot better than what I thought they were, but they played muddy Ball State. I'm kind of surprised Auburn packed out the house against Ball State because usually when it comes to SEC schools, if you're not playing a big name, usually you're lucky to get 50% of the crowd in the stadium. So I'm surprised they had 88,000 in there.
Fans can afford.
Yeah, really.
Okay. And you want to talk about fans? So I was watching Mosley's game versus Rutgers on YouTube when Super Dave was calling with Kyle Wright, and the camera was facing the home sidelines, the home stand. There was about 30% of those stands were filled, if that. The majority of it was the fans. It is sickening the attendance at these high school football games.
It really is. It's sad.
It makes me sick.
Didn't you comment you were attributing some of that to the GoFan stuff instead of people being able to pay cash?
Well, I think part of it is because of that, but, I mean, if you look at the Bay-Mosley game, the Baysides were 50%, and it's their home stadium on their campus. You think that would pack it out versus the Mosley in-city rival, right? I mean, I do contribute something to the Gulf fan. People just want to do the traditional pay cash and get in the door and all that. But, I mean, it's just, when I saw Ricker's home crowd, I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, you heard Mosley people
it's
going
that way
nuts.
in Tallahassee.
Well,
Seriously.
I'll tell you something over there about Rickards. My daughter was over there cheering. Everything in that stadium is through GoFan, even the concessions.
Wow.
I mean, it's
I hate that.
And then you go over to Tallahassee. I'm learning more and more. I mean, the officiating in the Panhandle, it's like you go over to Tallahassee, you're not only fighting the team you're playing, but you're fighting the Zebras as well. You know,
Yes.
so it's like, there was a lot. No, I'm not just saying I'm a Mosley parent.
Wake me up when he's done.
There's a lot of suspect calls during that game.
Like the opening kick, the Phantom holding.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad.
Auburn had 22 first downs. Ball State had 6.
No one
Team
cares
rushing.
about Auburn.
Auburn
No one
28,
cares. I'm
162 yards. Ball State they rushed the ball 29 times for -3 yards. -3 yards. Can you believe that? Passing, Auburn 24 of 30, 253 yards. Ball State 9 of 14, 72 yards. Auburn punted only 2 times. They only averaged 32.5. Ball State punted the ball 8 times. They averaged 46.5. That's pretty incredible. Auburn had 2 rushing, 3 touchdown passes. Ball State had 0 and 0. War Eagle. Hey, Michigan Eddie, you gonna be down there Saturday morning at the legendary That Cajun Place, 50-cent wings. Follow those pictures. Did he hang up?
Eddie's got his first real baseball tournament this weekend, so we'll be leaving Friday night, and Eddie's playing baseball.
If you're not going to be there, I don't want to talk to you. All right. Thank you, buddy. You have a great day. Good talking to you, man. War Eagle. Go Michigan.
Go yeah, all right.
Go Blues, Detroit City, Rednecks, whatever else. Hicks, Liberals,
Oh, my
Woke,
God.
Yankee. Anyway.
I better lock the door.
Can we do some more commercials, please? Can I do some?
Go ahead, do something.
Oh my God. Get out to Beef Braids, have a great time. David Adams and Fine Jewelry. We're over there in Lynn Haven anyway. Let's go see Russ and Amber. What can we get?
Oh, I'll tell you what, they've got a new selection out, and you can also get a free jewelry cleaning and free jewelry inspection just by walking in the door. So do that. David Adamson, Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All it takes is 5 minutes. Dr. Ward's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Go get checked up. Don't put it off. 5 minutes can save your life. Listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We're just talking about the Cajun Place. 50-cent wings, $5 draft beer. Every time a game's being played, if you got your LSU shirt on, they're being played, they score a touchdown, walk up there and say, can I please have my free Jell-O shot? And they'll be they'll do it. Same thing on Sundays for the NFL. When the Saints are playing, have your shirt on, they score a touchdown, go ask for your free Jell-O shot. Saturday morning, they got brunch. You can get in there early, watch game day, watch all the kickoffs. You don't miss anything. And then on Sundays, it's incredible, man. They got the jazz band down there going from 10 to 12, and then they got the brunch. They got everything going down there. And then NFL games, 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers, the legendary That Cajun Place. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
I tell you, Coach DeBoer, stop giving press conferences. You about as uninspiring as anything I ever heard in my life. You couldn't inspire a chicken across the road if there was a hen on the other side looking like Megan Fox and some Daisy Duke.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Clare, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you, serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
Kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tide roll. Here we go, baby. Doesn't matter as long as you say it. Could be in any order. Some idiot texted me and said I said the quarterback name wrong. Go, Bucks go. All right, let's get it right now. I want to get the scores in from last week. The college picks, you guys don't pick with us, but the big winner this past week, who was it? The big winner is Jason Kovaleski again, 20 out of 22. Brant was 19 of 22. I was 19-22. Glenn Manley, 20 of 22. Good job, Glenn. Brian was 19 of 22. Dr. Ward, 21 of 22. He was the best this week. Kyle Vandegrift was 20 of 22. Here are the scores. Louisville takes care of James Madison, 28-14. They start out slow. Alabama, 73. Monroe zip. Arkansas beats Arkansas State 56-14. Auburn 42. Ball State 3. South Florida 18. Florida Gators 16th. Billy Napier, they needed that big. That really hurts. You had to get that win. They got to split the next two with LSU, Miami. They cannot afford to lose both those ball games. Georgia takes care of Austin Peay. Terrible weather. The game was delayed 28-6. Then you had Ole Miss at Kentucky. Hey, it was a great game. Ole Miss pulls it out 30-23. Good job by Lane Kiffin running the football. LSU did not look as good as they did the week one. They win 23-7 over Tech. And then the big shocker, Mississippi State Bulldogs, they put it on Arizona State 24-20, the big upset win there. And then you had Missouri. I actually picked Kansas. I wish I wouldn't have done that. That cost me big time. Missouri beats Kansas 42-31. South Carolina beats South Carolina State 38-10. Tennessee Volunteers 72. East Tennessee State 17. Then you had Texas. They get a big win 38-7 over San Jose State. Texas A&M 44. Utah State 22. Vandy. Watch out for Vandy's. They're tough this year. 44-20 on the road. Virginia Tech. That coach might be in a little bit of trouble. Florida State 77-3. East Texas A&M. Clemson did not look very good. They pull it out in the second half, 27-14 over Troy. Miami 49-3 over who they play? Florida A&M. Who they beat? I can't remember who Miami beat. Ohio State 70, Grambling, and I will say the best quarterback. The best quarterback in the country, I do believe, is saying Ohio State looked good. Penn State 34, Florida FIU 0. Then you had watch out for Oregon. They should be ranked higher. Oregon 69-10. Oklahoma State 3. And then Oklahoma puts it on a has-been, Michigan 24-13. Take that, Michigan, Eddie. And that's the games we picked this past week. This week games coming up. Let's get into the SEC TV network. Wisconsin at Alabama, 11 o'clock kickoff on ABC. Oklahoma at Temple, 11 o'clock kickoff on ESPNU. It's a Cajun place. You can watch all of them. South Alabama at Auburn, 11:45 SEC Network. Then the big one, Georgia. Will the offense show up? I think so. Tennessee's really good this year. Georgia at Tennessee, kickoff time, 2:30 on ABC. Lafayette at Missouri, 3 o'clock SEC Network. UTEP at Texas, 3:15. He's on either SEC Network or you can go to ESPN Plus. You got Akron State at Mississippi State Bulldogs, 5 o'clock kickoff on ESPN Plus. You got Arkansas at Ole Miss, 6 o'clock kickoff on ESPN or the SEC Network. Vandy at South Carolina, 6 o'clock. It'll be on one of the other stations. Florida at LSU, the big one. Florida at LSU, ABC, 6:30 kickoff. Eastern Michigan at Kentucky, 6:30 kickoff, ESPNU. And the big national game, you got Texas A&M at Notre Dame, 6:30 kickoff on NBC. Out of all those games we just talked about, Dr. Chad Eugene Mitchell, which one's the biggest to you? What game gets your attention the biggest next week, this coming up week?
I don't know how to answer that right now. I think it's too early for me to be able to tell what's
I'll tell you mine. Alabama.
biggest game.
It's always Alabama. Alabama, Wisconsin. Then I'm looking forward to seeing LSU, Florida. Does Florida bounce back? Does LSU offense look better?
Yeah, well, that's the question, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
after watching,
I'm going to go on a limb and put LSU on an upset alert.
I'm telling you right now, the way they looked on offense. Did you watch them?
I kind of watched.
No.
As you watch the South Florida game,
Florida
the way
was
they
a better
played,
team.
I mean, Florida really offensively, it was a very vanilla offensive game plan. Especially when you go back and look at the LIU game and how they played. I think they just didn't have that game plan set in. I think they were looking past Florida or South Florida.
So you think they held back?
I don't know. I don't think they're looking past them.
I just don't know. I just think Lagway was not himself.
I was not impressed with LSU's offense at all.
Well, I'm not. I haven't been at that. I mean, I know a lot of people are impressed with LSU. I'm not that impressed with LSU. I've watched them. Don't get me wrong, Nussmeier, he's good,
Saturday night
good
Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Don't be crazy.
But I will tell you, I think the number one team in the nation right now is Ohio State, in my opinion. Somebody's got to prove it differently to me.
That was no doubt.
But Oregon, who knows about Oregon? They look really good.
Penn State ain't bad.
I'm not too sure on Penn State. They got to prove it to me. But you know, when you mention those other games, I realize for certain teams those games are big, but like in all of the scheme of college football, I'm not so sure.
It won't shock me a bit if LSU loses to Florida. It's going to be. I still think LSU still. I think LSU is a contender now. I believe that. But I won't shock me if Florida goes in there and wins the ball.
Now, I think if Florida was to win that game, it's similar to the South Florida. It's a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Last-second field goal, something like that.
I think LSU's defense is going to be the key. If their defense shows up and plays really well, stops a run, then they win the ball game. If not, Florida's got a shot to win this one.
Now, Florida's getting into the meat of their schedule, and it could get really ugly. So they're at LSU, at Miami, then they have Texas at home after an open date, and then Texas A&M, Mississippi State, then Georgia, then Kentucky, then Ole Miss, then Tennessee, and Florida State. Look at that schedule.
Who do you like? Speaking of Georgia, who do you like? Georgia. Everybody's upset about the offense. Georgia at Tennessee. Tennessee looks a lot better than they've done. A lot better than I thought they would do. Who you like in this one? It's at Tennessee.
I like Tennessee. Nothing against Georgia. You know how much I like Kirby Smart, but man, Heupel, if he's got an offense that's functioning well, watch out. Don't get me wrong, Georgia think Georgia should be the better team, the better talent, but Tennessee's they've put some things together.
Who you liking that one?
I'm going to lean to Tennessee just because it's at Tennessee.
Yeah, dang Rocky Top playing the whole
there.
time.
And
We all know
Georgia being challenged.
Never count out Kirby Smart.
No, I just look at Tennessee's quarterback. The kid can play.
Yeah, and you got if he keeps the crowd in it, man, watch out.
He's doing the same thing he did at Appalachian State. He's 66% completion ratio right now, and it's there.
The other one we're not talking much about is Notre Dame home versus Texas A&M. I thought A&M was going to be pretty good this year. It's on the ABC, kickoff at 6:30. If Notre Dame loses this one, the rest of their schedule, I think, is pretty. They got USC. But what do you think? I don't think they can afford to lose this one.
No. It's a must-win game.
They need to win this game. It's at home, which should give them an advantage. But
especially against Texas A&M, because you look at Texas A&M's schedule as they go through the year, they're going to have 3 or 4 losses. They're not going to be a top 15 team. Now, they are when they play them, but you look at the totality, and I think that's just going to hurt Notre Dame. If they lose it, they're
watching this one. But I say that I'll be watching that LSU. That's the one I really want to watch. LSU and Florida Gators. See how that plays out. All right, let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our great, wonderful, outstanding people. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. The best seafood, the coldest beer. They got great steaks, pork chops, burgers. They got it all right down there. J. Michael's, a legend in himself. Go check it out. The restaurant's incredible. It's like a museum down there. Great food. Today's specials, red beans and rice. Try their fried shrimp. The best fried shrimp you'll get anywhere. The legendary J. You might even run into a beautiful woman with a guy that works at Turpro Pest Control. She is absolutely beautiful. So are you, Pat. So are you.
I don't know.
So you are.
I'm not pretty.
Locals taking care of locals. What's the best way to get up with you?
You can look us up on Facebook at Turpro PC or call us on our local number at 850-890-5820. We can get out there, get the bugs out of your yard, the weeds out of your yard, make it look good, and we can keep those bugs out of your house. That's the key thing, so you don't get any of those diseases or viruses that they carry.
They do an incredible job. That is Turpro Pest Control #1. Also, you're talking about locals. I love Steve. He is a swim coach over there at Mosley High School. Steve's Bike Shop, they started in 1979, 46 years in business. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. Even Chad Mitchell said you need to get an electrical bike. Get you one. They got a large selection down there, brand new and used. Same thing with the old-fashioned bikes. They got a great selection down there. Helmets, you name it, they've got it. Right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street, that's Steve's Bike Shop. Got an old bikes, the tires won't stay pumped up. Take it to Steve's Bike Shop. They'll fix them up, and you'll be glad you did. Steve Bike Shop, #1, locals, taking care of locals. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, love Jason, wonderful people, family-owned. They're there for you anytime, day or night. If it breaks down in the middle of the night, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Get it serviced. If it's all your power bill is going through the roof, it's not working right, don't waste your money. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Go with a local company. Never go national. Always go local. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz.
Weekdays, 4 to 6.
We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. A possibility of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour and a high of 88. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 86 and a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Visit the newly remodeled Mid-South Lumber Hardware and Feed Store in Youngstown. They have a full line of plumbing, electrical, hardware, and tools for your DIY home projects, as well as lumber and animal feed. Now offering not only baby chicks and a full line of poultry supplies, but also bunnies and parakeets. They also carry a wide selection of Duplin wines and gourmet products so you don't have to drive to the beach. Come see us at Mid-South Lumber on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linden. Call 850-320-8388.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. College game day will be at the Tennessee-Georgia game, not at Texas A&M Notre Dame, and not at LSU versus Florida. They will be at Knoxville, Rocky Top. Can Kirby Smart go in there and take care of business? I certainly think so. Teams that went down the top 25, Arizona State lost, Florida lost, Michigan lost, SMU lost to Baylor, which should have helped Auburn. Now, we got a phone call. Let's bring them in, two legends. You got to say their names correctly. It's not the Moon. It's Coach Conrad Moon. It's Coach Glenn Eugene Manley.
Manly Moon.
Yeah,
Live from the Oakland Golf Course.
He said Manly Moon called. Hey, Manly Moon, what's going on?
How are you today? How are you?
I couldn't be better, man. How you doing?
Okay. Aren't you an Alabama fan?
Depends if they win or not.
Okay, according to what I just heard, can we have some large fries?
Yes, you can.
The ice cream machine's not working.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if you'll be real quiet, you can hear the Gators crying in Gainesville.
Ooh. Hey, I'm telling you, I don't think it's that they played hard. It's just they beat themselves. Undisciplined, penalties, and play calling at the end of the game.
You got to teach them to spit when the referee's on. That's what you got to do. I mean, come on. Well, Coach, I was at the Marshall game with Georgia, and I watched the game with Austin Peay and all that rain and lightning and stuff.
Yeah.
And the old coach came out in, and after Saturday, after all that, watching that, I had to record it. I recorded, so, I had to break down some of it. I tell you, this can't be that bad because of the weather. So I broke it down, and it really wasn't as bad as it seems at 28-3. The weather had a lot to do with it, but it also had a lot to do with this is I don't know if you know it or not yet, but here's just a scoop on your betting. Georgia has 4 starting offensive linemen down with ankles after Saturday.
What?
4 starting offensive linemen that came out of the game with bad sprained ankles Saturday.
Wow. Well, didn't the tight end get hurt bad too?
Broke his leg.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bad feet. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just snake bit. So I don't know what you do. I know Georgia is a 7-point favorite, but evidently they don't know about the lineman yet.
Wow. I remember some years with Bama like that, where you just had all these great players injured at the beginning of the season. And it was not fun. Yeah.
So I just kind of thought they were holding back, knowing they were going to win those first 2 games, just kind of being basic, and then they would show out against Tennessee. And I kind of still think that's going to happen. Kirby's going to have them ready. He's going to have them ready.
They ran the ball well, and the only thing they did throwing the ball, they just do bubble screens and slants. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to see a different Georgia team next week. Now, that concerns me, though, if you got all them linemen out.
I don't know how bad they are, but none of them, they all didn't come back in after the second quarter.
Wow. And wasn't that game delayed like 3 hours, something like that.
Oh, yeah, you should have seen the light.
Yeah, during the game. It was raining, then the lightning came in. They had to leave the field, and it was like 3 hours later before they could come back.
Yeah.
You know, it's not conducive for a good ball game.
So, did you see where the East Texas A&M coach got fined $50,000
No, what happened?
for profanity at the referees? They went to that famous. Seriously, he called that famous university FU. You know, and several times they had to pull it. Some of his assistants had to pull him back, but they wrote him up and $50,000 and a butt whipping later.
Wow.
You know, the kid that kicked the field goal, he went to Bay High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Rigby guy. I love Rigby. Yeah.
I'll be damned. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd give you that little insight on the lineman. You know, that can make a difference.
Yeah, I'm glad you told me that because that makes me think. Because I really thought this would be the game. Georgia is Georgia, and it shocks everybody that they look really good. Now I don't know.
You know, they may have just kept them. Maybe it wasn't so bad, and they just kept them out because it was the game that it was. I don't know. Probably by Wednesday, I'll know more about it, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, but Coach don't put his down until halftime. So I mean, what difference it makes? Is that right, Coach? Don't you have? You're the one that has the pen, right? It marks them.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you. I've done okay. Glenn, I think you did pretty good this week. Hold on a minute. I think you had a good week. Let me look at
20 out of 22.
20 out of 20 and 2.
Yeah, he did good. He had a really good week, which surprised me because I remember a couple of calls you made. I was like, dang, I don't know if I'd have picked that, but yeah, you did it. You had a really good week.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, Bluffstown is the real deal.
Yeah, they got NIL working pretty good over there. I heard.
They do. I went and saw that game in person too.
You know what? That NIL stuff's legal. That ain't nothing wrong with that. That's legal now.
Bluffstown's got 2 running backs. Oh my goodness.
Yes, they do.
A lot of speed. A lot of speed.
They got an offensive tackle. He looked like to me he was about 6'7", 310.
Wow.
And slim.
So you think they're good enough to win it all?
Oh, yeah, and their classification. Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, you missed the Florida game, and you missed the Virginia Tech game. You should have picked Vandy.
Well,
that's the only two. That's the only two you missed.
Well, would you have picked South Florida? Did you pick South Florida?
No, he didn't pick.
No, I picked Florida. I picked Florida.
And he didn't pick Vandy either.
No, I did pick Vandy.
Did you really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Vandy's pretty good now. Man, I like that quarterback. I like that quarterback.
He might be your next coach at Florida.
I don't know about that. Hey, listen, we got to go. We got 2 minutes. You guys have a good day. Glenn, I'll see you Wednesday. Conrad, let me know about the offensive lineman.
I'll let you know.
All right, buddy. Appreciate the call. Thank you.
All right.
Chad, what is the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
One of the first guys ever trained in robotic surgery. People come from all around to be operated on the living legend. 26 years, Bay County, sidelines. No one's ever done it, and I predict it'll never happen again. Matter of fact, I don't know anywhere in the state of Florida that someone has done this, or any other state for that. That's incredible. And Patrick, the best way to get up for you, want that yard look beautiful. You know, you're worried about bugs in the house. What's the best way to get up with you?
Look us up over on Facebook at Turf Pro PC. Go ahead and follow us there, and then you can call our local number. It's on our Facebook page.
All right. Wildcat, you okay?
I'm doing well. My radiator blew up on my way into work, so I'm not having a good day.
Man, bless your heart.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen to you. It happens
you
for you.
Don't care.
Well, he knows me well, doesn't he? He knows me pretty good, doesn't he? Leave it right here all day long. Listen to 104.3 ESPN North.
Coming up tomorrow, we'll give you some details on how you can win some tickets to the next home Jaguars game. So
baby, giving away those tickets. Keep it up. All right. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown!